Am I the asshole for telling my husband that I didn't want to come home after coming from a health resort with the 2 kids while he didn't do anything? Hi, so I, 27 female, and my husband, 33 male, we're married for 7 years already. We have 2 kids, a girl, 3, and a boy, 5. He works 40 hours a week while I work 32 hours a week. He dresses them and brings them to childcare and makes them ready for bed and puts them to sleep. I do the household, cooking, laundry. He helps me from time to time, but only if I ask. He goes with the dog in the morning and I go in the evening. It was always like that, and I never had any issues so far. Till I went to a therapeutic center with our 2 kids for 3 full weeks. In the time I was gone, I asked him to do 3 normal chores: cleaning the toilet, sending a packet back, and cleaning the laundry in our kids' room. He did nothing of that. I flipped and went mad. And he said he did so many things, like cleaning out the garden from stones, even though they would be collected in January. So his work wasn't necessary. He told me I should appreciate that he does household stuff, and it's my fault. I went to a therapeutic center, I could stay with the kids, and he could have taken care of the kids like always. He told me I suck at communicating because I'm sick of it, telling him what to do. After a few arguments, I flipped and basically told him I'd rather not come back home because now he went on a work trip and I'm now alone with the kids and need to clean up after the 3 weeks. Now the question, am I the asshole and what should I do after he comes back? Edit, I'm not a native speaking American and thought that health resort is the term that we use in Germany as Mutterkind-Kur. I changed that. I went to a therapeutic retreat because of overload with everything. Wow, we have a lot of German well, actually, I don't think that was this episode. I think that was the last episode that I filmed. Okay. Comment that explains what a Mutterkind-Kur is. I'm not pronouncing that right. Sorry. Not the asshole. I immediately thought about Mutterkind-Kur when I read your post. Dear readers, especially American ones, this kind of several week-long therapy stay that includes childcare is really great to support both mothers and fathers who desperately need help. And yes, apart from £10 a day copay for food, it gets covered by public health insurance. But nowadays, it's incredibly hard to get approved by a doctor or the healthcare provider. This isn't a spa for stressed out parents. This is a stay for parents who have such severe mental or physical health problems that they're basically falling apart. OP, it says a lot about your husband that he has let it go this bad for you to need this stay. He basically had a 3-week-long child-free vacation and was too lazy to do very easy chores. I'm very sorry. Of course they have this. I've never heard of this thing. I've never heard of something like this. America could never. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? America could literally never. Americans would be like, if you went to something like this, they'd be like, you are such a bad mom. Like, I can't believe you're trying to go get mental health care. Even though she brought her kids, they still would be like, I can't believe that. I can't believe it. You're such a weak little human being. Like, the fact that these things exist and I have not even a singular clue about it is crazy. Because I could never even picture that this thing would exist, that something like this would exist, especially having it be paid for. That is another level. That is actually insane. Like, why do... sorry. Don't even get me started about America. The land of the free and the home of the brave. Like, people romanticize America so much. And I do understand that, like, compared to some third world countries were, a better place. And I understand why people would want to come here to get away from the dangers of their countries. Okay. Let me just say that first and foremost. But America is not the best country, especially not now. Lord have mercy. But truly, it never has been, because I hear all of this stuff about all of this free healthcare, all of this and that. Like, you get a whole year off for maternity leave. Like, so many places care about maternity leave and things like that. And then here we are, like, it's just gross. It's really gross. And it annoys me. I'm happy for these people. I'm happy for them that they were born in countries that do things like this. But it's just sick to me that like America is like romanticized and put on this pedestal so much. And it's like, America's the best country ever. And then people would be like, if you criticize America, they'll be like, well, then leave. Well, then leave. I was born here. I can't just leave. Hello? Hello. You want to give me the money and move me to another country? Sure. Give me it. Cough it up. Cough up the change. Please. Anyways, we're going to read the update. This is 10 months later. Hi, so after a year, I just wanted to share what happened and how it's now going. After he came back from his business trip, he brought me flowers and chocolate. We sat down together and I openly addressed all the issues that had been eating away at me over the past few years. He also brought up the things that had bothered him. I also told him that if we didn't work on our relationship, separation would be my only option. And that if he didn't improve his attitude towards hygiene, I wouldn't want the kids to stay with him if we separated. He was immediately very eager and wanted us to get to work on things right away. So we allowed ourselves a quiet phase for 2 months. We lived in the same house but slept in separate bedrooms. We also set up a detailed plan for each week about who would do what, and each of us got our own free time while the other took care of the kids. I have to say, it's only been going uphill since then. We haven't argued much, and if we did, it was only about some minor things. There were no big fights anymore. He really started to take care of the things that had bothered me and now takes his own initiative around the house. I hardly have to tell him anything anymore. Of course, some things have stayed the same, and I still clean some things myself because he simply doesn't see those as a priority. But I'm glad that in the end, things turned out well. Thank you for all the kind messages from the previous thread. Many of them really made me laugh and sweeten my day. It definitely made that time a lot more bearable. Love that for you. That's such an interesting thing as well to think about. I've never heard of like the quiet phase, but I love that that worked for you. Also, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.